Hi everybody, thank you for tuning in to Onpassive Australia's YouTube channel. Just a favour to ask, if you like and anything resonates with you, please hit the like button and the notification and share it around with friends. They will thank you for it, I'm sure. So today I'd like to introduce you to an awesome man that is Jamaican, but that lives in Canada for the last 40 years. He's a family man and he is a successful online email marketer in the last 10 years. So he has a business called AIM, or pronounced AIM, which is Automatic Internet Millionaire. So Michael Williams, thank you so much from Team Onpassive Australia. We thank you for coming and sharing your knowledge about Onpassive with us today. So hello and welcome to Australians.
Thanks for having me. Oh, thanks for having me. I'm certainly glad to be here with you.
Oh, it's great. It's great to have you. One question really is, why Onpassive? You're a successful man. So why Onpassive? What attracted you to Onpassive?
Well, when I first heard about Onpassive, it was July of 2018, and when I received that very first email about it, I thought to myself, "No, it's not going to happen." And my main reason for that is that I actually was doing something similar, or at least what I thought was similar, in the sense of providing a business where people simply had to just sign up. I created their website for them. I created the autoresponders. So I set everything up, and then I also drove traffic directly to their business. So I was like, okay, yeah, I've been there, done that type of thing, but it doesn't work over time. As people, they're not making money right away or fast enough, so they quit. You have to replace, and so on. So that was my main reason for not thinking that this thing would go anywhere. But then other people kept sending me the information. And I was like, you know what, maybe I should take a really, really good look at this. And so I did, and thankfully that I did. And once I realized exactly what was going on here, it certainly wasn't anything that I thought it was, And once I quickly grasped the concept of what Ash Mufari was trying to do and was planning to do, I just decided to run with it. So here I am.
Wow, who was the lucky person that you signed up under?
Well, actually, Hewlin Benoit, and he's been someone that's always been part of my team. He's not, he will tell you that he's not much of a marketer, but because he was the very first person that shared it with me, so naturally I went back to him and joined to be a part of his team. Yes.
Lovely. Awesome. Now there's a lot of people that we meet who do not have anything to do with the online world, like marketing or anything. So why would Onpassive be good for them if they know zilch about marketing or online? Why would it be good for them?
Well, first and foremost, anyone that's looking to make additional income. So whether someone's, I'm getting up there, I need to start looking about my retirement, they want retirement income, they want to supplement any existing income that they may have. They're looking to start a business, they're looking to get on the internet. Any of those reasons are valid as to why someone want to be a part of this. Onpassive was designed for those who are brand new to the internet, and also for those who are seasoned veterans for the internet. So it really encompasses the 4.5 billion people that are on the internet, whether they're looking for a business directly or not. There will be something that's going to be available for them.
So you're a mathematician. I've heard you throw out some figures. So are we able to say, when someone is new and they just sign up, how would they succeed?
Okay. Yes, I do have a background in math. I actually have a university degree in math, but it's not needed for this purpose. However, when someone get involved in the business, and let's just take kind of like the worst case scenario, someone, again, they're new to the internet, they've never done any type of marketing, never been involved in any sort of business, never had any success, even if they were in any type of internet marketing or affiliate marketing, network marketing, any business of that sort. Um, the beauty about what Onpassive is going to do for that individual, as well as everyone else, is to completely do everything, and we mean 100% everything. Onpassive is going to provide them a domain name, which is basically their website. It's going to create the content for that website. Onpassive is going to make present an offer, right? They're going to follow up with all the visitors that has driven to that particular site on their behalf. It's going to close the sale. It's going to sell its products and services to those individuals. So it's a complete turnkey opportunity that people are getting themselves into with Onpassive. So a person don't need any type of knowledge whatsoever where marketing is concerned, or even running a business, right? It really is very, very newbie friendly. And when Onpassive says it's 100% hands-free solution, it's exactly that. Any type of business, any type of products, any type of tools that a person would need to have any level of success on the internet will be in Onpassive's umbrella. So everything under one roof, and it's completely done for you. So how can you beat that?
Yeah. Follow-on question for that, Michael. Do you think if someone signed up as a founder today, or even in the next month, that they still can have success as someone who signed up a year ago?
Absolutely. I certainly would say that the earlier a person get in is the greater the probability of the level of success, not of success itself, but the level of it, right? So let's say someone who joined, like myself, who joined in 2018 at the very beginning, then it only makes sense, everything being equal, it only makes sense that my level of success should be greater because I got back in, like way back when, right? We can say way back now because we're more than 2 years in. However, a person getting in right now, even a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, that person getting in, they still have a 100% chance of success with the company. Now, they may not go on to be, a multi-millionaire or anything like that, but this business certainly will provide people, an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $3,000 a month. Onpassive was designed to create wealth for people. And so, that's a different level. But most people are happy with an extra $1,000, $2,000 a month. If Onpassive could provide that for them, just that alone, it's a complete win for that individual. And so, yes, anyone getting involved with us today still have that opportunity to be successful. Currently, we're at around 330,000 or so founding members. But yet it's wide open because we expect within the first 12 months to have in excess of 100 million customers. So that's far away from 300,000. So definitely success is still ahead for anyone getting involved with us today.
Yeah. So we are all going to be customers once we launch, and that's what's going to give the payments, I suppose, their commissions back to the people, the founders.
So basically what happens is that everyone that's in the system who are founders today, right? Those individuals will basically become customers, as you said, when we launch. So we're buying the products, right? The company's products. The company's then going to use those same products that we've purchased. They're going to use it on her behalf. They're going to use the products because within there you have, for example, domain names, autoresponder, bulk mailer, the targeted traffic, everything that comes within that package, the company's going to use to market, to promote for us. And that in turn is going to drive visitors right? Which will be converted into customers. So as these customers come in, that means a sale is made. When a sale is made, that means instant payment. And that's how we're deriving our commissions, from the sales of the company's products and tools. Is just that we don't have to sell it if we choose not to. The company will do everything for us. The company will find the customers, the company will make those sales to those customers, and we in turn benefit from the commissions that's generated.
So this has never been done online before. This is the very first time that this has been done.
Absolutely, absolutely. Never been done before. This cannot be compared to anything. Whatever people may think they know, or think that this is, oh, this sounds like this or sounds like that. Not at all. It's never been done before.
Now, I was attracted to this when I first heard about this. I must admit, when I did first hear, I was in another business. I wasn't interested, but then I was sitting down talking to someone, and they explained it to me, and straight away I actually saw the vision. I just thought, this is exactly what I've been looking for. This is perfect. This is the answer to my dreams.
And we hear that, from so many that's getting involved. I mean, I see right now people who've never had, any success, even sharing, no matter how good, the product or company or offer was. I've seen people who've never had any type of success, meaning they could even get 2 or 3 others to join. And yet we see, these same individuals with 5 or 10 or 20, and so on. It's so much easier to get others to participate in this. Why? Because it makes so much sense, right? It makes so much sense. It's hard to refuse the offer because it just makes sense.
If someone come in today as a founder, didn't recruit anyone at all, just sat there, got their founding position, what would they make in the first year, would you think? Or can we talk about that or not?
Well, we can touch on projections. There's nothing wrong with that. Any business that I'm involved with, I always make projections. I cannot make guarantees. I can't say, well, you're going to make this. But again, numbers are meant to be played with. So on a conservative basis, if we think of it this way, let's say the company takes 60 days just to generate 3 customers for you, Nikita. Let's say, okay, you're in, you haven't done anything. We launch tomorrow. So now the company goes to work on your behalf.
Yep.
So let's say it takes 60 days. 6 days is a long time, by the way, but let's just use 60 days, right? In the last 60 days, just as a comparison, we've seen, more than 100,000 have come in just 60 days. But let's just say for this example, here you are, we launch tomorrow. It takes 60 days. The company has generated you 3 customers, okay? Now, and let's say it just repeats that. So every 60 days, it's able to help those on your team to get 3, okay? So in other words, here you are, you got 3 in your first 60 days. The next 60 days, so 4 months in, right, the company's helped those 3 individuals to also get 3 customers. And that repeats through a 12-month process. Based upon how the compensation works, in the commission structure, a person can easily see it, let's say at least $6,000 within the first 12 months. Okay, and that's an ultra conservative, you do absolutely no work. The company's doing all the work for you. So we want to be as conservative as possible, because I rather say that than tell you, well, guess what? In your first 12 months, you're going to make $100,000. While that is possible, but if we're conservative, like, no one should look at this as a get rich quick type of deal. We look at this as a 3 to 5 year business as far as generating, a reasonable income stream. So we're not necessarily looking at the first 12 months. We're looking at 3 to 5 years out. And I believe that on that conservative basis, the income will not just stay there at $6,000 in that first year, but it can easily grow to, say, $43,000 in the second year. It could grow to $350,000 in the third year, grow to 1 million in the 4th year, even to 2 million in the 5th year. So we can see those projections, and we're starting out being conservative from day one, right? We know that there are folks that's currently in right now, and because they have actually pre-built, so not necessarily sit there and being passive, but because they've pre-built, some of those individuals will see 6 figures, 7 figures in their first 12 months. That is factual, right? But just to dial it back and be as conservative as possible, someone who's 100% passive, they're not doing anything at all, they just simply get in, because we say if you get in, you're going to win, right? So they just simply get in. And to me, if that individual has seen $6,000 in their first year, that's a win. And remember now, it depends on the country you're in as well, right? There's some countries where average income is like $300 a month. Some countries, average income is like $1,600 for the year, right? So definitely, you know, that's a good number to work with. And I think if we can do that for every single person that comes in, complete win, and the game changer, by the way.
Yeah. That's so awesome. That's like all these countries around the world, how they're going to live like kings, some of them, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. I know in India, for example, and India right now is our largest market. You know, probably about 30% of the company right now, you know, are founders from India. And that particular country, I know it's around 1,600 a year average income, right? So just imagine someone who's, you know, earning average income in India. There's like 1.4 billion or so people in India. So take someone who's making average income of 1,600, and then all of a sudden that person is generates a $6,000 a year, right? That's like, you know, more than 3 times, right? What they would have been earning working hours upon it. We're talking about being passive. We're talking about just getting in and the company working. So it's important that we understand what passive means, right? This is not a deal. Oh, it's not an investment. You're not putting your money in and the company's giving you back a 2% or 5% or 10% on your money. Nothing like that. We're saying passive, meaning that you get in, you actually purchase the company's products, right? The company then use those tools and products and go build you a business. So that's no different than, you know, if I you know, let's say I want my grass to be cut. I don't cut my grass. I simply pay a company. They come, they do the work, right? So the work is being done, right? Just not by me. I paid a company to do that, right? If I want my snow to be shoveled, same thing. A company comes, I pay them, they shovel my snow, I'm good. Work is being done, just not by me. And that's what Onpassive is. Work will be done for individuals coming in so they don't have to do it, because we know most people can't recruit, most people can't sell, right? Most people can't build a network. But if the company can do that for you, then it works. It's a complete win-win.
Yeah, awesome. Kevin, would you like to ask a question?
Yeah, hello, Mike. Just got a little question for you. You've probably not met Ash Mafaro, but you've had a little bit to do with him. What do you see in that man, Ash Mafaro? From what he comes over as a magnificent human being, what do you see in Ash?
Well, I certainly speak with him on a regular basis. You know, most recently, I think last week we spoke. We communicate otherwise, but actually speaking was last week, was the last time. But you know, through the various conversations I've had with him personally on a one-on-one basis, you know, this man is, you know, there's not too many Ash Mufaras out there. They're just not too many. You know, here's someone who's selfless. Here's someone who, you know, 4 o'clock in the morning, he's still working because it's a global company. You know, you're working with people in different time zones. You know, like when do you sleep, right? And so he's always giving and giving and giving and giving, because this is what could have happened, right? Great idea. I'm going to build this company, you know, basically 50 companies in one. And so I'm going to put this thing out there. I'm going to do an IPO, you know, initial public offering. And guess what? I'm going to make billions of dollars doing this. right? And he says, you know what? No, it doesn't have to be that model, right? It doesn't have to be that way. There's more than enough wealth around the world for everyone. And that's his viewpoint. That's how he sees things. Why should it be only a few that can benefit from something that's going to be a game changer like Onpassive? Why not say, you know what? I'm going to tell a few people, here's my plan. This is the idea. This is what we're going to do. I want you guys to come along with me. And not just you guys, but you know what? If you have some loved ones that you care about and you want them to come along as well, we're going to open this up to allow them to come in so that we can all participate and benefit together. And once we get to launch, and these customers starts to come in, guess what? Every single one of you who's a founder is going to benefit from what this business has to offer to humanity. He's passionate about people, Kevin. He cares about people. He goes above and beyond to help others. Being away from his family, spending 5 hours. Like I don't think I recall being on a webinar or being in a meeting that goes for so long. He doesn't have to do that, but he continues to do it. He continues to make himself available, popping from, this team to that team, this meeting to that meeting, just making himself available while at the same time run a company being in the US where a large amount of the employees are in India. He has to coordinate all of that, working with the legal team, working with the tech team, just so much. He just continues to give and give and give. I could just keep going on and on, Kevin. So let me just stop. But I mean, I call him my brother, right? I call him my brother. He's more than a friend. There's no doubt about that.
Yvonne, can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Yeah, Michael, obviously with our founders, we're getting some are getting some itchy feet about our launch coming up. What is your message to them?
Okay, well, I just tell folks to, continue to be patient. If you are one who wants to be passive, continue to be patient, knowing that your success is around the corner. So many people have been looking for this type of success that's coming, 5 years, 10 years, some 20 years. I think I heard a gentleman said that he's been in the industry for over 30 years and he's still looking for that first success story. So those who are passive, I say, continue to be patient. It's more than worth the wait. And there's a wait for a good reason. It's not just waiting just because the company don't want to launch. If the company could launch right now, to get into soft launch right now, they would, right? But we have to understand that there are some legalities involved, and the company wants to make sure that when it does open its door, even during soft launch, all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed. They're fully compliant in every jurisdiction. We're in over 200 countries around the world. All the laws are not the same. Some places you need to actually be registered. Some places you need to have a license and so on. So, all of that is being worked on behind the scenes. The products then need to be available as well, right? You need to have some of these products available, not all of them, but some of them have to be available during soft launch. You have to justify why you're paying out commissions. You can't just pay commissions out just because someone signed up. That's illegal, right? So there are some things, that needs to be done. So we're not there yet. Those who are active, I say, listen, this is a great opportunity. I had one gentleman, I was on a call with a team in Israel, and he was all excited that that we're not having soft launch right now. He says this just gives me more time to continue to pre-build, because he wants to set up himself, to have an income for life, right? By pre-building as much as possible. And so, you have some folks who are anxious. You have some folks who, oh, this is great. Let me continue doing what I have been doing, which is to pre-build. But for anyone who's anxious, I just said, listen, it's more than worth the wait. This thing right here is going to create more millionaires than any other business company whatsoever that you can think of. It's going to create more. You know, listen, Bitcoins is a good reference right now, you know, and people see, you know, the ups and downs of Bitcoins, but I sure know that so many people in, you know, so many different circles were scam, 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 scam. Stay away from it. Bitcoins, oh no, 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 no. Yet, right? We've seen the price of one coin, you know, go from basically nothing up to 20,000, right? And I'm thinking about it. I'm saying, wow, imagine if someone had the vision, and someone did, right? So you know, someone did. But imagine if you, let's say you, so imagine if you had the vision to have put just $100, like, you know, what's $100 in the big picture, right? But just $100, and you bought $100 worth of Bitcoins when it was $1, when it was $1, right? In Canadian dollars, right? Since I'm in Canada, in Canadian dollars, that would be worth $2.5 million today. Just $100, right? Now, if you lost that $100, like, would you cry over it? Most people wouldn't. You know, most people would. Well, if you definitely live in Canada, you wouldn't be crying over $100 because $100 can't really buy you anything today. You know, if I take my kids them out to go eat, okay, there goes $100, right? You know, so just think about that, right? $100 and then 2.5 million. Well, what if it was $1,000? What if it was 10,000 that you started with? Here we have Onpassive, right? That people are getting in, which is basically a seat at the table. That's what this is, this $97. So we get in for $97, and then guess what's going to happen over time? Over time, as I mentioned before, we'll see the income grow from 500 to 1,000 to 10,000, 50,000. People will make 6 figures a year in this company. People will make 7 figures. Some will make 8 figures a year in this business, right? And think of what the outlay is, because this is not monthly out of your pocket. People are paying $97 to become a founder right now. And then once we get to launch and we purchase the product package, somewhere between $100 to $250, you know, somewhere between there, a person will make that purchase, and that's it. Nothing more out of pocket, right? So, you know, when we think of that and then what the upside is, the possibilities. Can you imagine you spent $100 to get into something, then you bought some products for even say $250, right? And that turned into $2 million. Like, are you kidding me? Wow. That's all I can say. Wow.
I know, it's crazy. I say wow all the time, and I'm just sort of thinking, I need to keep sharing this out. I don't want them to launch until I've shared it out more, you know. I had a little break there and just got so excited with it. I just think, don't launch yet. I haven't told enough people. I just want to thank you so much. It was amazing to have you here. And we really appreciate you coming on today for Onpassive Team Australia's YouTube channel. We really appreciate it. So it's been awesome. And I think you've hit it on the head, definitely. And yeah, it's great. So we really appreciate you coming. Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. You know, anytime I can share, you know, just a little word about Onpassive, because it's, you know, this business is just incredible, you know, and for anyone that'll be viewing this, you know, if you're not in, do yourself a favor and get in, because that's all you have to do. You really just have to get in to win. What do we say? In it to win it. I tell people, if you get in, you will win, right? It's just that simple. And why wouldn't you want to win, right? Why wouldn't you? No one, you know, participate in something, you know, in order to lose, right? Whether that's a game, whether that's business, it doesn't matter. No one wants to lose, right? And this is something that's going to help so many. So, you know, the other day I was looking at the numbers, and, you know, I think over 5 billion people around the world are in poverty. when there's, almost 8 billion people, right? And we're saying 5 billion of them are in poverty, that's crazy. Here is an opportunity that could eradicate poverty. It really could, and I'm not going to say, yeah, it's going to change every single person's lives around the world. Not at all. Because sometimes even when you have something that's good, there's going to be some folks who just don't want to get in for whatever the reason is. Not everyone wants to be successful. It's unfortunate, right? But we have something here that can change people's lives, and it will. When we look at different ones around the globe jumping in, people finding ways and means in countries like Papua New Guinea, just to get in. I see people coming in from Vietnam, from Laos, just to get in because they want to have that opportunity to win, right? That is amazing. It really is, because it's a game changer. It really is, And so once again, thank you for having me, and look forward to chatting with you guys another time. All right.
Great. Thank you for your time again. Thank you, Michael.
You're
Cheers.
welcome. Take care.
Bye.
Bye now.